Looks like our adventurers were too late to catch the action, but they did manage to find a lost pipe belonging to an old friend. Is Purvis still alive somewhere? And what has become of Pike, Aleth the Grain, and Breda the Death Mage? Tall Tales from Biffton, Episode 14.
The narrator's keeping track.
Because I don't know what's going on.
I remembered the last one was 13. Because
I was just wondering. I was like,
I just meant about who.
Oh, who did what?
Oh yeah,
it's good to know. Yeah.
I forgot we were looking for those people.
Hey, we got a salt rock lamp now, and I gotta say, it really brightens up the room. I
appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's
nice.
less bright, yet brighter.
We could have put money into audio. We could have put money into video. We put money into lighting.
That's right.
And it was the right choice, I think, every time.
Yeah, no, I think it's an overused trope where you increase your video budget and then you're like, oh, I got to increase my lighting budget.
Right.
You guys just skipped the video budget altogether and went all in on some dope lighting. And it really shows, you know.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back also.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
And likewise, it's me, Mark Cuban again. Jackson's still out with exploding ass disease. You know, they're trying what's called a poop transfusion. So, I guess he's in y'all's prayers. I don't know.
Is that an anal transfusion or
What was his disease?
intravenous?
You never heard? It's called exploding ass disease.
He doesn't have foot and mouth disease.
It's, he probably has that too, that disgusting varmint. It's 100% fatal, as far as I know, so...
You're being really hard on him, Mark Cuban.
What'd you say to me?
I'm sorry.
You're being really hard on yourself, Mark.
I apologize, sir.
Mr. Cuban.
Thank you. Look, I'm sorry, I'm just stressed, because the rock gets lost or something. So, Melpy Milkshakes, I should have given you some inspiration last game, so I'm going to reward it to you now in front of God and everyone for tackling Ryan.
Is there anybody
Garclaw.
aside from God? I'm really
God wasn't here last session, but he's here now.
Yeah.
That's why you're inspired.
We were godless, but now you have inspiration because this dude was 10 feet tall. He was thick shit brick house, and you went for it, and you dived at him, and I think that rewards some inspiration.
Well, thank you. And thank you, God, for bringing me that.
Great, yeah, that was nice.
Excuse me, I sneezed.
Clay.
I haven't said that in like years.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God, for bringing me that, but sincerely.
Well,
Agreed.
I'm glad we could help find your faith for you.
There's no faith here.
Clay Swamp Ass, I want you to make a perception check for me, okay?
Is that? You talking to me?
Is there another Clay Swamp
What
Ass?
kind
here?
of?
I thought you were talking to me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Slosh water, swamp ass.
I could see how that
I get
could
very
happen.
confused. That was my nickname in prison.
Swamp Ass.
Ooh,
That's actually anyway. I shouldn't go there. Okay.
I was gonna say it's probably not a good nickname to have.
It probably is a good nickname.
Oh, to
'cause
be
it protects
avoided.
your asshole.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Unless you're into that, and then you're like, damn it, my damn swamp
The
ass.
one guy who's in the Swamp Ass.
I didn't ask for this. Fuck you, God.
Fuck you.
All right, I'm gonna make the thing. It's a 14, and then you add 2 to it. It's a 16.
14, very good. Clay,
What?
you've been busy. You lots happening, but you were just called by Mommy Dearest. She just sent you a text message in your brain.
Right, buzz.
Which, means she's within about 1,000 feet of you, because she can't just do that all the time. So she's sending you some kind of message, and she's close by.
She or her
No,
proxies?
Her. You heard her in your head, that she said she was upstairs. That's where we left off.
Mama?
She can't hear you right now.
me?
But,
Go on.
But that's fine. Maybe you're happy about that. You look down, though, and you notice on your boots, your new boots you got, boots of cloud walking, there is a pentagram on them. And
That's great.
you might recall it's a pentagram that is 5 arms, each grabbing the forearm of the one in front of it.
Oh yeah, super cool looking.
In the formation of a pentagram, yeah. And you might recognize this from when you walked into the Cloud Tower Hotel. This was behind the front desk. Like maybe you're thinking now, oh yeah, I do remember seeing this now. But it was right when you walked in the lobby, the same symbol.
Yes, and we've concluded that the circles are remnants,
Yeah.
Defunct.
and
I yell out loud, Purvis! Oh, that's strange. My echo burp. That's
it knows you better than you do, Buggy.
Yeah, it seems too.
Well, we should leave. Purvis is
Aye.
in here.
Where's Breda? Do you know?
Breda
Breda.
is not here either.
Do I know what bread is?
Well, onward we should go.
Yeah,
Backward,
Backward,
She's
onward,
the death
wherever.
mage that made this.
Just
Oh,
where-
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
backward,
Nice.
forward,
Word up.
up,
Upward. Word up.
upward, word up.
Word up.
So you upward go. You do. Yeah, you go back up to where you came from, the entrance to this cave. As you get to the surface again, a few things. Clay, you see Baba Yaga's home, probably about, I don't know, 700, 800 feet away. It's within this lagoon area that y'all have been in for the past day or so. And it's it looks like it's part of the terrain, but you know, like if you're not looking for it, no
do
one
I
would
like
notice.
feel a sense for it, or do I just know where to look?
You know, like it's basically like it's not even hidden for you because you just you know what it is.
I see it.
You're
It's
just like,
there.
oh, that's the house.
Cool.
You two might have a harder time seeing it, but I mean, Clay.
In
can-
this lagoon, is it like hot out or cold out?
That's a good question. A very complicated question. So you're in a place called the Ice Marsh
Yes.
that has recently been experiencing heat waves because of a giant water tornado, cloud tornado that was recently dispelled.
Okay.
The cave you just walked through is basically leftover from it. It was digging downwards into Breda's tomb.
Gotcha.
So someone else was trying to get there too. That's who they're looking for, basically. So it's right now. It's probably like 50 degrees.
This is warmer than I remember it.
Yeah.
Colder than I remember it. I'll say both just
both.
for your editing purposes.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's just keep all that in. That's perfect.
It's good. It's great. So you see that home, and then y'all also see a green dragonborn approaching y'all. She's coming from the direction of the river where y'all traveled down.
What was Green, the girl we saved?
No, she was violet.
It was
colored.
Violet, right?
You
Okay.
can see this dragonborn has a white arm, and behind her there is a boat, like smaller than the one you came on, but it's outside of this lagoon. It's in the river, and you can see there's a Torm Ranger flag on it, which is a black flag with a white Ranger fist on it. The Torm Rangers are basically the police force of Biffton.
Oh,
more or
cool.
less. They follow the god of law Torm. So
I respect a God-fearing man.
well, you'll fit in well here. You can also see in the background, you see Perla and Eugene Malleth way off. You can see they're being helped onto the boat. They're helping Sylvia and Etis on to this boat. And you see helping them a little halfling riding a large dog and a sphinx bot who both have white arms as well, and they're helping them onto this boat. Of course, it's a ways off. Oh, and the sphinx bot has a gold elephant face. A little different than a normal sphinx bot.
And a cowboy hat.
A cowboy hat, maybe. We'll just put it all in. This dragonborn walks up to y'all. Hello. My name is Jade Ara. I am the captain of the Torm Rangers. Glad to see there's some more survivors. Can you tell me about yourselves? What's up?
I can tell you about myself. I'm Melpy Slushwater.
Okay.
I am a devotee of Urogalan, and together we are bringing peace about the land.
She's writing all this down. Very good. Yurgalin is a respected god.
Melpy has the notepad and kind of is catching on like she's recording this down to tell other people.
That's fine. Yes, that happens sometimes. And you, sir, she turns to you, Bogey.
And to him,
And
Who are you saying him to?
To her.
Yes.
Who are you saying her to?
Yes, I'm talking to you, sir. Yes, you,
Her.
young man.
Oh, what did you say?
Oh, well, who are you? And
No.
Yes.
Say what you said again.
Okay. I'm Jade Ara. I'm a
No,
captain.
no.
No. Okay.
What did you call me?
Young man. You are a young sport?
I'm Bogey Yara.
Bogey Yara. That name sounds very familiar.
Wow.
Yes, so I see you were on the itinerary. You were on the manifest for the SSF Safeboat.
That's right.
So that's another survivor. That's great news.
I survived.
We're trying to round up as many as we can. And you must be Clay. You fit the description that I have mentioned here. Silvered hair.
I have a few questions to ask you.
That's fine. I can answer questions.
Did you hire Pike Finley?
Pike Finley?
Yes.
Yes, Pike Finley. Well, he was a boat marshal. You see, he was found murdered in his apartment 5 days ago.
How does that track with our timeline?
You've been on this voyage longer than 5 days.
Like since the
He was
ship
an
crashed?
imposter, Bogey.
The man you saw was an impersonator. He was a false Pike Finley. He was not him at all. He's been dead for some time. He was found drained, and his head was detached from his body.
Sorry way to die.
Yes, it was very unfortunate. He was a good Torm Ranger, and we don't have very many left these days, so...
How many do you have with you?
Well, we have 2 here, as you can see. I'm captain, and I'm here myself. We're really down to, there's about a dozen of us left total now. After the war with Groomsh, we lost many, so we're trying to rebuild. If you're interested, please stop by Okinawa. Maybe you can become one yourself. Excuse you, sorry.
Excuse me.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Well, you see, Pike, we believe, was killed by this man. She pulls out a wanted poster. Guy with blonde hair, green eyes. He's a human. His name is Oliver Gale. He's wanted. He's a mercenary. He's on one of our more wanted lists. Now I'd say he's the most wanted man in Biffton. He's wanted for burglary, assault, stealing artifacts. Someone matching his description was seen around Pike's apartment area in Okinawa days before that happened. So
Does this picture look like the Pike we know?
no, it does not.
Yes.
I mean, yes, preferably we'd like to take you if we can.
Yes.
Would you give me some time to collect my thoughts in the forest while you all load up?
Sure, we're definitely not ready to go yet. They're still loading people up already.
While they're talking,
Yeah.
did you say there was a halfling nearby?
Yes, he's a few hundred feet away.
Melpy spots him from a distance and kind of looks at y'all talking about a person who he's never met. And so he walks off over to the halfling and just is kind of looking at the halfling. He
Like
kind
you-
of gets a little close and greets him. Howdy there, little one.
This halfling riding a large Saint Bernard. He's helping people onto the boat. He has a wide arm as well. Turns around and, wow, you talking about me there? And he turns around and he's like, oh, good to meet you. I'm Umo Jamjar.
Ooh, Jam Jar. What a name.
Thanks. Well, what's your name?
I'm Melpy Sloshwater.
What a great name, too.
Thank you. My parents gave it to me. I had no choice in the matter, but I bear it with pride nonetheless.
That's the way it goes with names. Say, you, lost?
I know. I just I saw you from over there, and you're just such neat little creatures. I couldn't help but walk myself on over.
Huh, that's an odd thing to say. Actually, make a religion check on this guy.
A 13.
Okay, you're getting you're picking up some Eurogallon energy on this guy. It's very faint, and it's not like you get this on all halflings. It's not like the way. It's like this guy has been touched or marked or has some connection with him. It's like an aura, I would say, like this yellow aura around him that you just barely notice.
Melpy raises his shield and kind of looks at the halfling, and then his shield and then back to the halfling again.
That's a nice shield you got there.
Are ye a follower of Uragalan? Uragalan, he favors different pronunciations at different times.
Oh, yeah. See, so I've heard of him. Yeah, he's a big deal from where I'm from. Yeah, he seems cool. I guess.
Aye, cool. I agree. Yes. Well, I wish you good fortune in the coming days, my little friend.
And he just winks and thanks, friend, and rides off and helping people onto the boat.
Melpy, as he's walking back to them, just kind of just looks back and just like kind of smiles and laughs to himself.
Life's good. You're not frozen.
It's nice to exist in the world again, isn't it? Just taking joy in every little moment.
Yeah.
Clay, you said you wanted to wander off a bit.
I would like the
Take a
Dragonborn
moment.
to leave, but I want to talk to Bogey.
Sure.
So I'll just be like, Bogey.
Yeah.
Do you want to meet my mom? She's kind of creepy, but she's cool.
I was excited to get to Squat Town, but Clay, this sounds
We'll go.
very personal and important to you. And
Well, hi there. What are we talking about here, friends?
Oh, Bogey was just going to tell you a joke. I'll be back in a minute.
we're going to follow
What's the joke,
him.
my friend?
But the joke is we're
Is he
following
the joke
him.
and we're watching him? Excellent.
Okay, now I'm going to try to run away from them, but it won't work. So yeah, I'll run off towards the
house.
And we'll follow him.
Okay.
Yeah, Melpy will waddle in that direction.
Y'all waddle after him. You don't know why he's running so fast, but Clay is.
It's like 400-500 feet away. You said
It's a few hundred feet.
Few hundred feet.
It's
So I'll try it. I'll sprint.
yeah. Clay's running, but it's an open lagoon. I mean,
You see where
there's
I'm
no hidden.
Yeah,
where's
Melpy
to
relaxedly
hide, really.
walks after him with
Yeah.
a smile on his face.
You see Clay approach what looks like a big stone covered by moss. Clay gets up to it and it reaches into the moss and opens a door, like a wooden door that did not appear to be there before. You open the door and you are hit with an aroma of simmering stew. There's incense, there's spell components, a lot of oddities and smells here. You're home, Clay. This is your home. You know?
Oh, mama. Smells like home. Umami.
There's I got that.
I didn't mean like that. That's not what I meant.
Umami.
Damn it.
Umami.
No,
We're
it's fine.
referencing one of the
Mama.
core flavor senses.
Yeah.
No sexual subtext here.
This
Hey,
house
home
reeks
tastes like mom.
of sexual umami.
What does mommy do next?
Mommy.
Umami.
I don't know how I'm gonna edit this.
Okay.
Mama.
So, yeah, each of you has to listen to this, but
No, he'll
times
cut it
4.
out. I won't have to hear most
Yeah,
of
I've
it.
listened to this many times again. Yeah.
I'll hear
Oh,
the
excellent.
end of it all.
You're home. You did it.
Finally.
Clay, so good to see you. Welcome home, my baby.
Mama.
A hunched figure with long, crooked nose and silver hair, draped in a yellow shawl of leaves, a shawl of yellow leaves that are thatched together, comes over and just starts kissing you all over your face.
Gross.
Melpy
says from afar.
Yeah, you're far. I would probably would deform with each kiss. Like I kind of melt.
Oh, yeah, you're like
it's
In
hot.
like
I'm
a
home.
good
I'm
way?
just comfortable, so I'm just kind of
yeah.
like melty. Like I'm not trying to.
comfy, yeah.
I'm not really trying to maintain a form very hard.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Come in, sit down, dear. It's chilly outside.
What you got cooking, Mama?
Very good. Your favorite crab stew.
I love crab stew.
Sit down, my child. And she says, "Oh, I see. You've brought some friends too, then. Hello." She waves at you all from far away.
Melpy swings his shovel over his head.
Come on in. Come on in.
Yes, this is Dean Bogey, Yara.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
I be Melpy Sloshwater. Howdy, lass.
Melpy Sashwater.
We just met Melpy. He's been frozen for a millennia.
What's your name?
Fascinating. I am Baba Yaga. Which... Excuse you, are you okay?
You said your name is Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga? I am the Witch of Nature, Coven of the Feywilds.
That tracks, yes.
Sure, yes. Please make yourself at home. Have some stew.
Aye.
Yes.
Stew.
She lets you in. She closes the door and she like walks over. There's like in this house there is a big roaring fireplace. Yeah. Where the stew is. A little couch around that area for sitting. There's a kitchen and there's like 2 bedrooms on kind of diagonal alternating sides of this room. And as she walks over, she walks towards the kitchen. There's a trail of yellow leaves that just seem to follow her wherever she goes, off of her shawl.
Now, yes, please make yourself at home. Here's some bowls for the stew if you're hungry. Yes, very good.
Melpy digs
Oh,
in with
yeah.
his shovel, a good helping of the stew. and
Okay.
just starts kind of
Oh,
pouring
you
it
eat
into
it
his
out of
mouth
your
from the
shovel.
shovel.
The same shovel that cleaved the dead man's skull in, I believe.
Smashed it in, you
Sure.
know. You know,
Okay,
he
that's
uses
true.
the
That's
flat
true.
side. He
Okay.
doesn't.
Yeah, that's fine. As you start scooping up some soup, the fireplace in front of you, which is made of stone, you see a face open up in it and is staring back at you.
Do I recognize it?
Hi. And this big, like these arms
Hello?
move forward. I'm Crag.
Hi, howdy, Crag.
Nice to meet you.
Decently well to meet you, I suppose.
Clay.
Hey, Craig.
He moves forward and he's just slowly coming over to give you a big hug. I've missed you, Clay.
I miss you too, Craig.
Pulls you in and he just starts hugging you
Oh yeah.
for like,
Oh yeah. I'll hug. I'll be hugged, really.
yeah, that's what's happening.
But while I'm gonna try to slurp my stew while he's hugging me.
Sure,
I know
yeah.
it's gonna take a while.
It takes a little effort. It's like 20-minute hug.
It's good to see you, Craig. Good to see you.
It's nice when you're home. He just holds you for a while.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy out there.
Yes, I apologize. See, I got you this ticket for this boat because through my divination spells I saw that you needed to be here for reasons.
Yeah,
And I was right.
very.
I am sorry that was so dangerous though, sweetie.
That's why you made me, Mama.
But I believe our gamble has paid off. Do you have a few more pieces that I have asked for?
I'll do a little sleight of hand, pull it out from behind her ear. Not very good. I'm not good at
No,
sleight
you're
of hand.
very good at it. Don't let
No,
anyone
Mama,
tell you that.
don't
Couldn't even
patronize.
tell you were doing sleight of hand. Excellent.
Thank you for your honesty.
Clay's very talented, yes.
I'll do it again with the other hand, with the other item. Yes. Was it better that time?
I still couldn't even tell.
Damn it. Yes, because it was that good. So, I'll give her the scale from a god.
She actually already had
Oh,
that
right.
in the
Ice
first thing.
from the dead and a
Correct.
cloud that doesn't rain.
Perfect.
Yes.
She takes those. In the kitchen, there's another stew going. It's a cauldron. The window's open, cracked open a little bit. This green vapor's coming out of it, and it's bubbling. There's a fire underneath it, too. This one smells a little different. It doesn't really smell like food. It smells like a lot of things. You would recognize there's a lot of spell components, Clay.
Yes, well, very good, very good. Gather around, please, if you all want to see something cool.
Can I have some of this stew too?
No, dearie, please don't eat it. We wouldn't want that.
Aye, all right.
Give you a tummy ache. I did it. Don't do it.
First off, Clay, you get inspiration for getting all the components. You
Yeah.
did it. You got all 4.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll clap for myself. Yeah.
There you go. You deserve it. Or you think so, at least.
You know,
I do think so.
it was possible you didn't get all of them.
Yeah.
You did. She uncorks the ice, the death ice, and she dribbles into this pot. The green liquid turns blue now, mixture of like blue and black, and it starts bubbling a lot more. As it does that, she walks over and she pulls a bell
above the sink. She goes, "Okay, very good. Let's get her going then." And you feel the house start shaking. And you can see outside, you're kind of like wobbling back and forth. The house like raises in elevation, like a story or two. And then you feel it as if it's plodding forward. Like you see the countryside around you, the lagoon moving, and you're moving through it.
Motion sickness.
You're looking ill, my friend. You need to sit down.
Too fast. Everything's moving too quickly.
I'm sorry. Here, she rubs your back. That's okay. You sit down here.
Melty stabs his shovel into the ground and plants his stance on it.
Well, very good. Please don't damage the flooring, but yes, it's very good.
It's wedged into the floor.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Cool moves, Melby.
I'm the dean. Have I heard of Baba Yaga before?
Yes, you absolutely have. She's like a fairy tale to you.
Yeah, like she's like not real. This is like Santa Claus being like, "Hey, I'm Santa Claus. I'm here to save you."
She's my mom.
She was like a ghost in the Snowflakia forest forever.
And she's
Does
saying like
Velpy?
she is.
That's what she's saying she is.
So like he's heard students have sightings and just be like, "You were high, you
Yeah.
fool."
What you did here, and now it's starting to come together, is that she lives in a house with chicken legs that would run around the
Which I
forest.
just saw. Like,
I don't know if you can see it now, but you see the house moving. So
how do I get inside it?
It was down.
Yeah.
It was not
Wow.
standing up on the legs. They were hidden.
It's hunched.
hunched.
Has Melty heard of Baba Yaga?
Melpy, you've probably heard of her. Yeah, long time ago. I mean, but you know she's connected to the Feywilds, and you're starting to think like, is she one of the 4 witches of the Coven of the Feywild? Like I think that's going through your head right now because you would know it very well.
And being a follower of Urogalon, would Melty like the 4 witches of the Feywild?
Knowing who you are, yes, you would. I'll say that. You would be like, this is, yeah, I think you'd be very chill
Melty
with
just
this.
looks starry-eyed, holding onto his shovel as they lurch back and forth.
All right, everyone. So now that we're all comfy, I'm going to.
She uncorks the cloud that doesn't rain and pours it into the brew, and it slides on top of it. It doesn't go in, but it just seems to stay on top. And part of it swirls into the bottom, but it sits there. It's like a cloudy little foam on top of it. And as she does, it starts spewing a lot more, and this blue and black vapor starts coming out of it.
And she says, "Very good. Almost there. Then a little more."
She sticks her hands into this vapor, and she starts speaking in Sylvan. And she's like kneading it like dough, like pulling it, pushing it together, rolling it. She starts explaining to you, Clay, after she's speaking in Sylvan for a sec. Well, you would know it's Sylvan. You guys might not know what Sylvan is. I don't know. Maybe you do.
Clay, each piece you brought here has a purpose for this divination, you see. The dragon root tree tells the history of what was already here. The scale from the god bridges us to the divine. The ice from the dead lets us hear from those who have passed. Yes, and then the clouds, the residue of whoever these people are that are doing these odd things here. Yes, the connection.
So here's what you see. She's kneading it. As she does, she kind of lets it go. It takes a second. Then the vapors start forming, coalescing into a dragon with 6 heads, each of them raining down a different color of fire onto a forest. And this image swirls together and leaves. Next is a beautiful mermaid with coral skin, wielding a mighty silver trident that's spewing forth bolts of lightning in every direction.
Oh, that's cool.
That falls apart and turns into a wheel that's spinning. And as it spins, you see that pentagram again, Clay, and arms form. 5 arms, each one grasping the arm in front of it by the forearm. And it spins for a bit, and then the arms, they hold their shape, but they start forming letters. Each arm starts spelling something out.
Can I read them?
The Immortal, the Cursed, the Storm Sage, the Orphan, and the Chaos. As it's going, the Orphan will occasionally blur, and it's like it's trying to rearrange its letters. But every time it does, it always just morphs back into the Orphan.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yes.
Pentagram keeps spinning and it turns a shade of red, and then these crisscrossing veins look like arteries start connecting all the arms together.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, that makes sense, I suppose.
And then the wheel fades and the black vapor returns. The last image is a young half-orc woman sitting at a large desk, surrounded by towers of tomes and scrolls. Her head is in her hands as she appears to be sobbing, a collection of open letters at her feet and on her desk. Behind the desk, a staff surrounded by blue fire burns brighter and brighter until it engulfs the scene. And then it ends.
Oh, wow. That was a doozy. Yes.
I should show you my boots. That symbol is on them.
Did you get some new boots? Oh, yes, I see. The pentagram.
Got them from the cloud tower.
Yes, this makes sense then, I see. Whoever is making these things is connected, you see. Now, before we get into any of that, does anyone want to see their own future?
If it means Breda in a grave.
Well, yes, it very well could help you. But I warn you, what you see will likely happen, but it is not set in stone. That's why it's all gas. You see.
I see.
Soup
I see. I am a man of humor.
They're very good. Yes. And I will say this is the future related to what is in this pot. The things that are going on. You see, it's not your whole future. Very well. Well, if you're interested, Mr. Melpy,
She gives you a knife.
Mr. Sloshwater.
Mr. Sloshwater. Yes.
But please call me Melpy. Sloshwater.
Mr. Melpy Sloshwater, here you go. She hands you a knife. She says, please just, a decent amount of blood in there should do the trick.
Melpy pulls the sharp part of his shovel against his hand and squeezes his fist over where she's indicating.
Okay, yeah. Your blood falls in, drips in, mixes in with the rest of it, and then the vapor changes. It starts swirling differently, like goes a different direction than it was swirling in the pot. You see the elder tree, which is at the heart of the Feywilds. It's like the center of it. You see this elder tree burning in black fire. The 4 forests of the Feywilds below. The vapor recondenses further on one of these forests. It's like zooming in. And you see figures running from monsters everywhere. And when you look closer, you can see they look just like your clan.
Melpy falls to his knees. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It can be quite intense, I'm afraid. But look,
And you can see they're running. Some of them are getting killed. Some of them appear to be getting away. But you can see the symbol of your clan on one of their tunics. And you can tell, like, these people look like your parents, but younger and slightly different. But it's almost like you're looking at your father, but not quite. That image goes away. You see now it fades into a city of towers divided in two. On the left half, an array of statues of varying beings stand. One statue is hooded. A yellow lantern burns brightly from it. And that image goes away. And lastly, you see a small figure of yourself, furiously digging graves. A yellow lantern hangs at your waist. In front of you, a seemingly endless line of undead are marching forward. From a body of water in the distance, they are coming, and each collapses into one of your freshly dug graves as you scramble to dig yet another. And then it ends.
Yes. All right. That
A good
was-
way to spend my days, it seems.
That looks pretty shitty, Melpy.
I see. The fella in the vision was doing it wrong. You don't use one of these, and he shakes his shovel. There are better ways to dig a hole, my friend.
Do you know where to find a bigger shovel?
The true shovel is in the sky, my friend. Our good Lord Yorogalan will always be there to help shepherd those to the other side.
I will say a positive attitude always helps, Melpy.
That was not the vibe I got from the vision, but that's great. Bogey?
That was a vision he had, right? So how
We
did
all saw it though.
We all.
Yeah,
The
everyone
vapors
saw it.
formed
We
an
saw it in
image.
the
Oh, I
pot,
see.
or in the vapors. Yeah. Bogey, you should look.
Mr. Yarrow, would you like a seat?
I want to see.
I would.
it.
Yes, I
wanna
do.
see
I
it.
would want. I do. I do want to know.
Okay.
Miss, you are actually Miss Yaga?
Yes, nice to meet you. Yes, I am Miss Yaga.
It's Mama Yaga.
This, your mom is a Clay. Clay. I thought you were. Clay, you are a you're like an illusionist wizard, aren't you?
Oh, I wink at Baba.
Yes, an illusionist wizard. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she trained me.
Ha!
Yeah.
And I'm a dwarf.
We know you're a dwarf.
Yes, we know.
You are quite obviously a dwarf, just like I'm quite obviously a illusion wizard.
Hey, what happened to your ear? What happened out there?
Mama, I got hurt.
My
Can you
goodness,
fix
it looks horrible.
Can you fix the boo-boo?
I'm thinking,
Kiss it.
that should
I'll-
fix it.
I'm gonna change to my furball form.
Okay.
Look
yeah.
what they did to me, Mama.
What did they do to my clay? So, who would like to go next? Was it you, Mr. Yarrow?
Yeah, I would like to see what my future is, and also, can I request anything from you, like a favor?
You want a favor from me?
You're Baba Yaga.
Yes, I am the Baba Yaga.
You make deals, don't you?
I do tend to do these things that you say I do, yes, I suppose so. But I would say you owe me, Mr. Yarrow, for I am escorting you out of the swamp and I am showing you a vision of the future.
That is true. I am in your service.
Very good. All right, she hands you a knife. If you would be so kind.
Stabby stab, Bogey.
What do I do?
Just
Your
bleed.
wrists, you bleed them.
You don't have to cut your hand like this weirdo here. You can cut any part of your body.
Just not,
Preferably your wrists.
not too much, but not too little.
Wait, like just like I could just slice my hand a little.
Yes, but make sure you get a little of it in there, not
Okay,
one
I don't
drop.
need a slice of vein. Honestly, I'm not interested in my particular future. I'm interested in how I can find purpose. If I could see purpose's future, or if I could like somehow find.
Do you have the pipe? Maybe like a possession of his?
We have his
Yes.
pipe.
Yeah.
So you would like to find your friend, then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not interested in my own future, only in helping my friend find.
But don't you want to know, Bogey, if
interesting.
you finding him is in your future?
I don't care anymore.
I must say, I've never heard anyone say such a thing, but it is quite intriguing now that you say it. I don't want to hear your future. Very well. We will see what Purpose's future is. If you have a possession of his, maybe we can find
Yes,
it.
yes, his pipe.
You have it.
I revealed Purpose's pipe.
Okay. Very well. Here's what I'll say. Is there anything left in it of his? Anything in
No, it's
in
cached.
the
I
bowl?
checked.
The thing about caching is you can always get more than you think you can.
A worthy woman, Baba Yaga, is the hero hit she attempts.
Every time.
Allow me. She takes it and she just rips the absolute shit out of this pipe.
Oh, it's a resin hit. Yeah.
It's like it all just like the fire in it, the ash, it all just like gets sucked through.
Huh.
It's just cleared now. There's nothing. It's empty bowl.
Like is it cleaned?
You got a
Oh,
dope mother
it's not
there,
glass.
son.
No, it's like a wooden pipe.
It's wooden pipe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melpy claps you on the back. A dope mother there, son.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. She's cool.
She parties. I like that.
She goes. She breathes it out into the stew.
And also those coughs.
Yeah, also those coughs.
Oh, that was some good shit.
That was a big hit, Mama.
Yeah, as it was. As it was, Clay.
Melpy does the metal hand gesture.
Yes. Yes, very good. Very good.
The smoke mixes in with the cloud vapors that are already there. And the vapors that come out of it are mixed. It's hard to tell what's going on. It's blurry.
She says, yes, this was an unfortunate side effect. Since we don't have his blood, it is going to be difficult, but let's see what we can do.
And she starts kneading it again and morphing it and speaking in Sylvan. You see a lot of things, but you see the figure of Purvis, and he's running through what looks like a maze. Like left turn, and right turn, and left turn. He goes backwards. And you see a little imp at his side running along with him. And the imp will point one way, and Purvis will point and talk to him. And then they'll laugh for a second, and then they'll run off a different way.
Bing.
It looks like Bing, yeah.
Bing, that's Bing.
Yeah.
Yaga, you were generous to show me this image.
Oh, well, I do what I can.
But is this happening right now?
It's hard to say, you see, but there's a good bit. It could be happening now. It could have happened a few days ago. It could be happening in a few days to come. Yes.
Bogey, are you aware of Purvis ever participating in a maze challenge?
Perhaps it is a metaphor, and we should leave it at that.
No,
It's a metaphor that we don't need to
Papa
understand.
shakes. She's like, it's possible. I mean, you just never know what you're gonna get out of this.
Is it a metaphor, Baba Yaga?
To be honest, I can't ever tell. I'm getting older.
So who's to say it's not just random chance?
But we're seeing something there.
have you seen
That is true.
a maze construct like that before?
Have I?
No, and you start taking a closer look at it, and the maze starts getting covered in ice. It's like freezing over. It's like all these passageways, and it seems like snow is blowing against Purvis and Bing now.
She says, well, no, I don't think I've seen anything like this. Somewhat of a labyrinth or something like that.
The image fades away, and again, it's foggy, it's hard, it's trying to construct itself, but it's really difficult. And finally something comes out of it. The last image you'll see with Purvis. And you see Bogey, you see you. But it's far away, you're small. And you see your little self standing at what looks like a fork in the road. And on one side is these like golden lanterns lining the way. And on the other, there's this figure holding a candelabra, but far away from you. And you can see yourself looking at each way. And then that quickly like falls apart. Like as quickly as it came, it's gone. And then
I think that's all we can get out of that one, I'm afraid, yes, but... Well, if I was a betting woman, it looked like he might still be alive, probably.
Maybe.
Maybe. Good chance.
Could we find him? Can you help make another stew and see if he's on this plane?
Perhaps. We have a few days yet before we get to where we're going. Maybe. I will try. But I need... You have an item of his? Yes, okay.
she just like keeps the pipe.
She's like, we shall see. But this took quite a bit of time itself in magic, and, you know, I'm a little tired, but
Right.
we'll see what I can do, I suppose. Now, Clay, you've done this before. Would you like to do it again?
I'm nervous.
It's okay. It's okay to be
I'm
nervous.
always nervous. I always get butterflies
Yeah.
when I look at my future mama. I don't know if I want to. It's,
You don't have to. I know
sometimes
it's
it's
scary.
not good.
And I
but
know it hurts to cut
sometimes
your
it's-
hand.
Sometimes it helps to know when I'm going to get beat up or something.
The truth hurts, but it helps.
Yes, I have to agree with this dwarf.
Okay.
Very good.
I'm going to just cut my leg,
Okay.
not my hand.
So you prop your leg over the cauldron.
Yeah.
Some blue blood leaks out of it and drips on in. You're in your Fearbog form, right? Or did you get out
I
of it?
only put my head to show her that my ear was fucked up, and then I went back.
Back to Clay. Okay, all right, I got you. So you dip your leg. No, you don't dip it. You dip your leg blood in there, though.
Right. I ooze my blood.
Ooze your blood in. It starts swirling yet a different way. Okay, it goes back and forth and back and forth. And then it just stops swirling altogether. and more mist starts sputtering out of it. She says, "Oh, it's running out of juice. We got it." And she just starts hitting it with a broom, like the cauldron. She's like, "I restarted," and then it gets going again. A lot of vapor starts coming out. What you see is a humanoid gator man, small, like it's zoomed away, sailing on a small shipping vessel with a crew of dwarves manning it. The boat looks a lot like your boat, Clay. Mm-hmm. Your slippery jib boat.
Slippery jib.
The one you've done all your smuggling on.
That's right.
She says, Clay, that looks an awful lot like the boat I got you.
And then the vessel falls apart and turns into an image of you, Clay. You're walking down a path. It's cutting through grasslands. Each blade of grass starts to morph and turn into black knives and swords and blades. All kinds of swords that are gently swaying in the breeze like they're still grass, but they're clearly blades of some kind. And they keep coming closer and closer to you. It's like the path is condensing and you're running out of space as these blades are moving inwards. Ahead of you is a tree, a lone tree amongst these knives. And there's a branch that overhangs on the path in front of you. A silver wolf lays on the branch, bringing its overhang down slightly with its weight. The wolf is watching you carefully as you traverse further. Far into the distance, you see a massive ship, like a mountain-sized ship, broken in half, and water is leaking out of the middle of it, forming this large river that's floating away into the sky. And then that too dissipates, and it's like, the cauldron just spits up its last bit of what it had, and is now empty.
Shit.
And where Baba was kind of having fun now, she's a little more somber.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like rocking back and forth like, I knew it was going to be some spooky shit.
It was not pleasant at all.
Can I not go there? Do I have to do that?
You don't have to, but you will.
Oh, you said, oh.
That's how divination works.
Damn it.
Most of it. That's no good.
Do you
at
know
all.
that wolf?
I do not.
Do you know that tree?
I do not.
Do you know those knives?
I do not.
No.
I'm sorry, baby. I know it's very scary. It's very scary, yes.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then when you die, you're gonna go to a better place. You needn't worry.
Where will I go when I die? Mama? Where will I go when I die?
I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Oh.
You might experience an eternal void. There's a pleasure
Would I
all of its own in
experience
there.
it? I'd be there though? I'd be there?
No,
Purvis
you wouldn't
is
experience
trapped.
anything ever again.
Purvis is trapped in a maze.
Unless it's like a big metaphor, like the dwarf said, but it could very
Could be a
well.
metaphor.
It very well could be a maze as well.
No, it
I
seems
like the
he was-
metaphorical sense.
It seems like he was actually in a maze.
It did appear that way, yes.
So that's what we should go with.
Probably. Like I was confronted by knives. I assume that's gonna happen. It's bullshit, but it always comes true.
Do you think that's happening on this plane?
Yes, that's a good question. Very astute.
What do you think?
It looked more material than the other places I've been, yes. It did not look like it was in the Feywilds. It did not look like it was in the
You think
Shadowfell.
it's on this plane. He's trapped here still.
I believe so. I didn't see any of your visions except you, Melpy. Yours I could tell was Feywild based at the beginning.
Aye, that it was.
Yes, that was I could tell. No, your friends did not appear that way. No.
And then you hear the stew dripping.
Bubble.
It's bubbling over up in
May
the
I
fireplace.
taste your stew now that we've seen our visions?
You taste all you want because it's dripping everywhere.
It's dripping
Cool,
in
yeah.
your mouth.
Melpy
dripping on your
like
toes.
scoops a little in his shovel and sips from the edge.
Is it a sip or a drip?
He dripped a sip
You sip
into his
in that
mouth.
drip?
Drip.
Well, we better plug that drip.
Let's plug some drips.
Welcome to Plug That Drip.
Look at that drip.
I'm here with Ben Benjaminson.
Byerly. Ben Benjaminson Byerly.
Ben Benjaminson Byerly. Ben, would you kindly help us plug this drip we've got going on?
Yeah, no, I can plug this drip for you with actually more water.
Okay, excellent.
The drip I'm plugging this week is Save Our Springs. It is an Austin-based nonprofit. They work tirelessly to defend the public beauty that are our natural aquifers and water systems of Texas. And they've passed a lot of legislation, or at least helped limit negative legislation to defend your environment and your nature. So that's the drip I'm plugging today, Save Our Springs, and they're trying to plug your drips, for your benefit. So
That's great. I happen to like my environment and my nature, so I appreciate that plug.
yeah, definitely. I also do.
What was their name again?
Save Our Springs.
Okay. I would note they're not a sponsor, but we can still plug them.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Great plug. Great work. And for me, you've heard of this guy before. His name is Brett Bullion. He does our art. He does our fantastic maps and our business cards. He's a wonderful little man. BrettBullionArt.com. Two T's, two L's. He's also on Patreon at patreon.com/BB_tabletop. His Twitter handle is BrettBullionArt. Please go find him. He does commission work, so ask him for something cool. He does D&D character sheets.
Hit them up.
Hit that up. Thank you, Ben. Well, we plugged some drips.
Shit.
Thank you, Ben.
Shit.
I mean, drip.
Drip.
Drip, drip, drip. Save those drips. Save Our Springs.
Now, that's the sound you would be hearing if we had a drip problem, which we no longer have. We're now traveling in this house, and it's not stopping moving. It's just going to keep walking. Bob has informed you we're heading back to Squat Town.
Have you checked on my store?
Yes. Well, after seeing that vision, I feel like maybe we should check up on your stuff, Clay. And
Yeah.
so I think we should head there, and then I have somewhere else I'd like to go, but I can drop you people off wherever you want to go.
The house is walking. If you happen to look out the window, you can see wherever it goes, it's going right through the swamp in the forest. And it's almost as if the trees clear a path for the house. Like, it's not just bulldozing over anything.
Can you take me to Breda?
Well, I do not know where this Breda is at, but I'm sure if you follow what your vision showed you, I can tell you a little bit about what I saw, because, I've done this a few times.
Please.
It looked like the city that your statue of Earl Gallen was in is Okinawa, the city of two. Yes, so that's north of here. Perhaps that's a good starting point. I don't know where you were burying all those bodies. I don't know where that was at. That was spooky.
Fulfilling, though.
Yes, you were doing your work.
Yeah, it's going to march for a few days. If there's anything y'all want to work on, if there's any kind of, proficiency skill you're kind of dabbling in, you could work on it for these next few days.
I'm going to work on my leveling up skill.
Oh, okay. That's a good choice.
Cool.
Okay, you worked on it.
All right, I use it.
You worked very hard on it.
Awesome.
I would only take interest in the native plants.
Do you want to start kind of checking out the herbs?
I have a proficiency in nature skill, so that's
okay.
the only thing I could think of I would do over the...
Okay, why don't you roll a D100? See how your herbalism skills progress over the next couple days.
I got a 3.
Got a 3? Bogey, as the house is marching by, you maybe reach out the window a few times and try and snag some plants just hanging around. You get a few things, you see some stuff, but you really have no idea what's going on with this shit. But go ahead and mark that 3 down under your under your herbalism.
Right next to nature. I'll try that. I rolled a 3.
Write herbalism and then write a 3 under it.
I'm just going to practice maneuvers with Clay J. Oh, and introduce Baba to Clay J.
Oh, who is this?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's Clay J. That's my familiar.
Oh, very cute indeed. Mwah.
Yep.
He goes, mwah, nice to meet you. And mwah. And then they I guess they kiss a little bit on the cheeks.
Good. So we'll just keep playing for a few days.
That's how that
like
happens.
a happy family.
Melpy, was there anything you want to work on?
Melpy is praying to Aruglan.
Okay.
Just reaching out, trying to hear from his god that he hasn't spoken to in so long.
For a while. Why don't you roll a religion check?
Sure. 19?
19.
That's
Okay.
a 21.
21. I think for the next few days, people are hanging out in this house that's walking around, and maybe you're meditating for a lot of it. Like, you're really focusing in. Most of this time, Melpy is probably not even talking to you. And you reach out, and you can feel his presence out here. You can feel him around.
Aruglan, I feel you inside of me.
Yeah, he's inside of you.
Okay.
And that's going to be resolved later. We'll say that. Like,
Okay.
what that'll show you later.
I can feel him guiding me to my purpose.
Yeah,
He's so good at meditating.
you kind of feel like you have a compass again, I would say.
Okay.
A little more than before. Because you know his presence. He's not, like, gone. He wasn't destroyed or something while you were gone.
Could you two roll perception checks?
Against you?
Yeah.
Against you?
Against me?
Oh, shit. I got a nat 20.
As Melpy is praying, you can kind of, just out of the corner of your eye, he'll seem like he's a lot bigger than he normally is. It'll just kind of come in waves and he'll look bigger out of the corner of your eyes.
Like, in what way? Like your body or your...
Yeah, just like...
Like, I'll get glimpses of a different shape for your body?
Yeah, it still
Large.
looks like Melpy and seems like Melpy, but just bigger, like taller.
I would try
little
to
more muscular.
pat that space and see, like...
It's like out of the corner of your eye, and you'll like just catch it as he's praying over the next couple, however longs.
If you feel out to touch him, it's there. Like, anytime you
Yeah.
do that, like, it is.
Like, it's always the same... Like, there's not a gap in my touch. I'm touching
No.
his body.
Baba Yaga is real, and she's right here.
Yes.
So I don't really think I care that that a dwarf is doing that.
I thought it was pretty fucking weird, but I touched it, so I'll keep playing with my family.
Yeah, it's nice to be home for a few
And
days.
not Crack. Crag. I did this before. His name's Crag.
He definitely comes out and hangs out.
That's
when
your
you
brother,
can.
Crack is
right?
your
my
nickname
brother.
That's
for
your
him.
brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's...
Clay's made of clay. Crag is made of crag.
Crag.
oh, of course.
But he's a little slow, so like I find ways for him to participate without directly engaging.
Let me
in-
stop you right there. He's not slow. He just talks slower than everyone.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Sure.
slow.
I don't know how to word this better for the edit, so
I'm not sure what you're trying to imply,
it's going to
Jackson.
imply everything. So we'll just say Crag
He
is
speaks slowly and moves slowly.
perfect.
Anyways, he's really cool on our
He's
way to
such a chill
on our
guy.
way to Squat Town, right?
Yeah, he's
super cool and he doesn't do anything to us.
he is the fireplace. Like, he comes out, when he's tired, he just goes back into the fireplace and morphs into the rock. It just hangs out.
He's my brother,
He'll-
dude.
he'll
What is
talk-
wrong
Okay, but
with
that's
you?
cool. But like we go to Squat Town.
Yeah, we go.
So, I mean, unless you want to talk to Crag.
Nope.
You know, now that
It sounds like you want to talk to
I
Crag.
don't think so.
The days pass, and you do indeed arrive at Squat Town, which we really haven't talked about Squat Town. A little retcon, as we all know I love to do. Clay, you've only actually been working here a year, because Squat Town's only existed for a year.
Of course.
I think we fucked that up earlier.
Oh,
It's only existed a year. It's built on the bones of an old bandit camp. A lot of ne'er-do-wells were here in an encampment. It apparently flooded. Something happened. No one's really sure. A lot of them died, and a lot of their shit just sort of congregated here. So a lot of halflings and gnome from the swamp moved in and started making a city out of it. And trash and junk from cities upriver made its way down here, and the gnomes and halfling collected it and started building these towers in this city. And the way they owned their land was squatting it. So whatever you sit on long enough can become yours here. So it's a town that looks like Venice, but with junk. and towers and piles of junk.
So I left my building vacant in a town full of squatters.
Yes, but there are rules here. They don't just take
they
your
do.
shit.
They do
You
have
would have
rules.
hired a squatter to sit in your place while you're gone.
Of course.
To protect your shit.
Yes, I
So-
hired a squatter.
Someone was there. Bogey, you also live here. You've lived here for the past, I don't know,
Year.
year? Yeah, ever since you left Snowflakea. So,
Yeah, I ran out. So there's some heavy litigation for the. I think for the right when the case happened, I was in Okinawa, but I had to quickly move to Squat Town.
so you have an apartment here. If there's anything you want to pick up, she is planning on leaving Squat Town, but she's going to give you all some time to go and
Oh,
get.
I can just go freely to my apartment.
Yeah, she's basically going to drop you all off outside of it. You can take a little boat in, and that's how a lot of people get around the city, just through boat, like Venice, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So would y'all? I would ask, would you like to go together to your apartment and your place, or would you want to split up and do your own shit?
I'm gonna grab a few things from my apartment.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, Melpy does not recognize any of this and does recognize the two of them, so he follows them.
Okay, yeah, this was not anything like this
Bogey,
when you were here.
You lived here for a year and we never met?
I've been to what was your shop?
Clay's stuff.
Yeah, I've probably been there.
I don't remember you.
Yeah.
You have one of those faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see your place.
And
I
you're
wanna
good
see-
at remembering faces, and you still don't remember his. That really says something, pal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm younger now.
You get to your tower of junk. It's like an apartment complex. It's not even. There's just like rooms here and there sticking out of the sides of it. It goes like 100 feet into the air. These towers are big. There's gnome and halfling and other people just kind of walking along. It's a very merchant-based place. Let me ask you, would you have gotten a room high up or down low?
High up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make your way up this staircase, and it's weird. The staircase seems to change all the time with new junk coming in. It's like you have to go like, oh, now this time we have to go a little different way, or go outside of the tower to go around it and up.
Yeah, this is frustrating to me. I don't remember this.
I don't know if you really like this place. But,
No, I don't.
But you're here. It's cheap, and you make your way up to your room, your apartment. It's a little studio. Open it up. You have a nice view of Squat Town. You have a bunch of letters and paper on the floor, basically right under where the door would have been. And on these things, in big red letters, it says notice, litigation, pending, summons, Snowflake State, like several of these.
I gathered them.
Okay. There is one that also says Ball on it. He's the Lord of...
It seems like one of those like fake newsletters though, like from the other ones. or-
Yeah, it seems a lot like the one you've already gotten from Ball.
I'm gonna just like pop it open because it makes the stupid sound. I just want to get that one over with.
Hey, I'm Ball!
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Says
Stomp on it.
yeah, you crap it out and it stops talking to you. But it sounds like he was going to say something familiar. Yeah. So, what did you want to get while you were here?
Oh yeah, I have a list. I wanted to grab a bell, a blanket, a candle, some traveler's clothes, a pouch,
Okay.
great, a sealing wax and a signet ring, like my house ring,
Oh, okay. Of
so I can
Yera.
sample letter. Yeah.
what would your symbol? What's the Yera symbol?
It must be like a name, some kind of name thing. So like a Y, some kind of Yera,
Like a crest, like a family crest of a Y
Yeah.
or something like that. Okay.
and whatever the symbol, house symbol.
Do you pick up some of this document? You pick up those things you gathered.
Oh wait, also
Yeah, go for it.
account records, family recipe book,
Okay.
property deed, a record of a criminal trial,
Okay.
and a travel log for the SS Safeboat.
Okay. Like the brochure.
Yeah.
That brought you to it, maybe. That got you interested. Yeah. You pick up these. These are basically all that's in there. It's a sparse place, and these are kind of all you have now. All these things you picked up. When you pick up the litigation, the notes from your trial, you get a backflash. You know, you flash back.
Ooh, he said flashback backwards.
As a flashback back.
We're going
He had
back,
a flashback
guys.
to the second part of the word
You-
during the first part of the
You
word.
have a cool
It was a foreflash.
You're looking at it, and you're back in the courtroom. You're sitting there with your lawyer next to you. In front of you are a raised set of 8 podiums, a large ninth one in the middle that's raised even above those. And you know that seat because it used to be your seat. It's the dean's seat. All of this is engraved ornate wood. It's forming a half circle around y'all. Off of that empty seat are 4 on each side, so 8 total. The Council of 8, headmasters of Snowflake State.
All these nice podiums I installed.
No.
Extra.
Probably older than you, to be fair. This is like a old ass building, like well before you.
I remember
But-
this place.
Maybe your podium that you put in was a little higher than the old dean's podium, you know? Like maybe you raised yourself up
I
more.
want some extravagance. I want some wasteful spending.
It, like you can tell, yeah. There's like an area you can see where they like did a renovation of the old dean's podium. It's just a little higher.
Sorry.
You see 8 familiar faces look down upon you, Bogey. From a very unfamiliar angle, though, however, because now you are in the seat of someone who is having to talk to this court. Each headmaster is wearing formal robes of professors, and each of these is a little different color and symbols depending the 8 schools of magic that these professors represent. Abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, transmutation. State was a blur to you. It was surreal. You keep hearing them talk about Groomsh's name and your name together. You're questioned many times about why the Lich was allowed to access the arcane tower. Your lawyer's constantly talking to you, like telling you notes, and you're just kind of sitting in awe at this. You look outside, you see the campus is in horrible shape, trying to be rebuilt from the battle that happened. Finally, you hear this, Mr. Bogey. Thea Reist, the professor of conjuration. It has been a long day, a long year. She's the oldest of these these headmasters. She's kind of the most respected. She's like old as shit. Like you've been dealing with her your whole life. Do you have any closing remarks on these proceedings before we pass sentence on you?
The arena has brought untold fortune and glory and should not be discounted as my trial concludes.
Your lawyer leans over. That's good. Good stuff. Yeah. Milk 'em. Winks at you. Very well, she continues. How do you plead to the charges of conspiracy, treachery, bribery, and gross incompetence?
Wait, bribery Tom
Bribery?
toward whom? Who bribed me?
Oh, Groosh. the god of war. Yes, perhaps you've heard of him.
Oh, have you ever been bribed by a god before?
Very well. She fixes her glasses.
So you plead guilty? Is that what you're saying?
You need to answer. I don't care. At the moment, Mr. Yer, we cannot convict you of the major charges. But without a doubt, you are guilty of gross incompetence, resulting in the partial destruction of our university, the possible deaths of many involved, and you are hereby stripped of your dean title,
No!
evicted from your manor, and excommunicated. Excommunicated from Snowflake State University. Your lawyer leans over. Shit. And rest assured, Mr. Yara, this investigation is open and ongoing, and we in the Torm Rangers are not through with you.
Well, shucks.
Well said.
So
Well said, Bogey.
the trial ends. Maybe you're just sitting there alone for a while in this room. This is the last time maybe you'll ever get to be in here. You leave. Sun's going down. You're walking across campus that's being partially rebuilt and partially destroyed. Your head's down. And you hear this, "I say, old bean, that's not the way to the drinking repository."
Purvis.
You turn around, you see Purvis jogging towards you. He has 2 flasks in his hand. Both his hands, smile across his face. And boom, like that, you're back to your apartment looking down on your shit.
Bogey, what are you? You zoned off. What are you doing?
He's not too bright. You can't blame him for zoning out.
No,
That's
what are all those letters, Bogey? What happened?
These letters are about my apartment. What's the most recent one? Can I find the most recent letter?
Oh, that's like from the Snowflake State?
Yeah.
Probably a week ago.
Just like pop
Or no,
it open.
actually, just probably a couple days ago, actually.
Yeah, like can I pop it open just
Yeah.
see like how urgent is it? Like you
It
have,
is
like, 5
requesting
days?
your presence in Snowflake State, but not at the university, at where the Torm Rangers headquarters would be in that city.
It's a summons.
Yes, and there's many.
And do they say anything about like penalties for non-compliance?
It is asked, this is your 3rd summons now, and we highly encourage you to attend.
Maybe they'll be understanding. You helped save some people on the ship. And I kind of struggle to say that, and I look off to the side, and I'm like, is that true? But you aided the Rangers. You know, they might be lenient.
And then you hear some screaming from outside. You look out, and you see Halfling and Gnome are like running down or like swimming away. In the distance, you see a pretty large wave headed toward the town.
A wave?
Yeah.
A large
the
wave.
purge be coming.
Oh, wait, is it coming from the river?
It's coming south, from the south.
It's coming from the south.
Yeah.
Where we just came from.
Where you just came from.
A wave of water? Mm-hmm. That's going to kill everybody.
Melpy stabs his shovel into the floor and braces himself.
That's a good call.
Is this, you said this place was like stacks of trash?
Yeah, and junk.
Junk stacked on each other.
Welded, stacked.
It is welded.
Some of it, yeah.
Some of it is
Some
welded.
of it's definitely welded, for sure.
So
Melpy looks up and slams his shovel on his shield and reads from his prayer book, Prayer to Eurogolin, asking for a safe passage. It's because he wishes to delay his transition into the next life.
That's fair.
And y'all are both blessed.
Nice.
Hashtag blessed.
Perfect timing, because the wave collides with the city, and you just feel everything start shaking. Shit's falling off the wall. Chunks of the building are falling off. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw. I will give you advantage, Melpy, because you put your shovel in the ground.
Excellent. And blessed gives us advantage on this?
Yeah,
D4,
an extra
right?
D4.
Oh, an extra D4?
And I don't know if there's any NPCs that need to take it, but the nearest NPC that I know about also gets that.
Okay.
What is
Whoever's
this, a
living
dex?
below Bogey can get it.
I got an 18.
18 for Clay.
That would be a 7 from Melpy.
With advantage, huh?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Okay. And Bogey.
17.
Okay.
There we go. Y'all are fine.
Bogey and Clay, you brace yourselves. It looked like Melpy was more braced than you, but what happens is he goes back and then his shovel like flings backwards and then forwards again and hits him right in the face and knocks him to the ground.
Excellent.
You're prone. The whole tower you feel shake. It like sways very much further than you've ever felt it sway, Bogey. Like you're used to living in this place. It sways a lot, you know. It's built on water, but this time it like goes further than you've ever felt it.
This is my house.
Bogey, we need to go now.
But you do feel it come back. You didn't keel over. But then you hear more screaming, and you see outside the window the tower next to you is falling
Towards ours?
towards yours,
Oh.
and it crashes right into it. And you feel another rumble go through your place. And more screams. And now you can see outside your window, there's just chaos. There's like 2 halfling go falling out of that tower into the water. One lands on a pile of junk and just stop moving. what you see is like there's 2 of them hanging from the one below you that just crashed into it, and it's like ants. It's like halfling and gnome are just like coming out of these towers trying to get out of them as fast as they can right now. And then you hear a lot of screaming coming from one room in the tower below you that has fallen on you.
Yeah.
Melpy starts hurrying towards the
I
bottom.
would run straight to downstairs as fast as possible.
Okay, so you're just gonna dash down the stairs.
Yeah.
As it is.
Hey, with Bogey, if Bogey's trying to stay, I'm gonna be like, let's go. I'm gonna try to drag you with me.
Yeah, you start dashing down. When you get about 30 feet down, the whole staircase is collapsed in where the building fell into it, and it's impassable. You have to exit outside of it to get out. And then as you get down there, you see this one gnome, and his leg is stuck under this massive shit that just fell in the staircase. Please help! My leg! Please, good dwarf.
Oh,
please.
look at him. We can't just leave him there. We gotta take him with us.
I like the way that sounds.
Yeah, definitely, we'll help him.
LP reaches down and just grabs his arm and roughly tugs him.
Wait, no, we gotta lift the thing. He's under a thing. I'll try to lift up the thing that's crushing him, I guess.
Okay, why don't you both make athletics checks?
Oh no.
14?
9.
You're roughly pulling him, Clay. You can't get this shit off of it.
It won't budge. Bogey, help.
Can I enter a rage and help?
Sure, yeah. Go for it.
Can you give me advantage for using a rage?
What?
Is that how it works?
No.
Then no. Well, you get a bonus, I think. To
Nope.
You can house rule it though, Matt, because you live here.
I guess that's true.
This is your house.
Well, I'm
Strength.
gonna give you a 6 strength.
So, what does it look like when you rage? Like, what's going on right now with your
Do you fall?
appearance?
I'm younger now, so it's really like it's more pathetic.
Oh, it's more pathetic. Really?
Yeah, because it's more just like ooh, like it's like
Oh,
it's like Lance Armstrong like being yelling at caterers.
Very specific. Simile.
It's just like that. It's like a young person being like blah, 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 blah. That's my
Okay,
rage.
so you're like a dick. You're just a mean person.
You're
That's
asking
right.
for the manager
Okay, cool,
right
cool,
now,
cool, cool.
and you're pissed.
Nice. So you're Lance Armstrong. You look stronger than you did. A lot of veins coming out of your neck right now.
Ooh, I want to look like Lance too.
So you want to, yeah, you kind of look like Lance Armstrong, I guess. And all this effort, and yeah, it still just does not move.
Do you change to look like him?
And I don't see him.
Yeah,
I
I'm just-
can't.
Shit. And the place cracks again, and like you feel it rocking. It's like getting worse.
Oh,
and you look up above, and some of the staircase is collapsing down, and it's falling on you guys.
Melpy says, I promise you a proper burial, and scampers down the stairs.
Oh, Melpy, that's shitty.
Wait, what? Now!
Melpy dives through the window.
Okay, give me another athletics check, because you're gonna have to break through some shit to get out.
11.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna take 4 points of damage as you crash through clumsily. It's not horrible, but you get out, and now you are on basically at a 45-degree angle of the building that just fell on y'all's building.
Okay.
And you're kind of like sliding down it at the moment.
Sick.
But
Melpy says, sick.
I have a question for you. Something fell in the snow.
yeah.
Is it wood? Is it like a timber, like a?
It's a mixture of a bunch of shit. There's some wood in there, sure. But it's also like metal scraps. It's just trash.
There's like a pile of shit on this guy.
It's like all on his leg, yeah. I mean, he's pinned.
Here's my question.
Okay.
Could I use a saw and try to saw through a big piece that is
Of his leg. Yes.
That's what I was worried you were going to say.
of his leg?
He's a clever man.
I mean, I would probably look for a way to saw the actual thing, but I might just saw his leg instead. I don't want to kill him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
easier.
But you don't want to. No, this is a tough situation.
I'm
tough situation.
proficient in carpenter's tools as a Fearbog.
So you're going to turn into the fear ball.
I'm going to be my Fearbog.
Okay.
I'm going to take out my saw, and I'm going to cut this guy's leg off.
Holy shit. Okay, let me ask you first. Does it take an action to transform?
Oh, Bogey, what do I do Do I cut his leg off or do we lift him out again? I don't know what to do. We can't leave him.
Who is it?
Bogey, there's a gnome right here,
I'm
trapped
right here. I'm looking at you.
Do
I'm
you
talking
see
to
him,
you.
Bogey? You keep zoning out. He's right here, and he needs our saviorship.
I think all Bogey sees is like just Purvis everywhere.
Let's cut his leg off.
All right.
What?
I'm gonna need you to help me. Mm-hmm. So can he help? I guess it'll take two actions.
So do a medicine check and you can have advantage.
I'm gonna change into Fearbog form so I can use my carpenter's tools.
Okay.
All right, hold him down, Bogey. I gotta cut it off.
What? What are you cutting off? Shh. What the fuck?
We'll feel better when we're downstairs.
No.
Oh, do I get advantage because
You do
he's
get
helping?
advantage, yeah.
Thank goodness, and I still get the blessed, right?
You do?
So we won't.
I thought you
count?
only-
No,
use
no,
it
it's
once.
saving throws and attacks.
Oh, okay.
Not all ability
not
checks.
Okay, so it's better than it was going to be.
Is it an attack?
It's not an.
Yeah, it is an attack.
Is it an
Boom.
attack?
Get that
It's kind of
D4 in
both.
there, my friend.
You can count it as an attack because it's sort of both here.
And I add my proficiency,
Look at that.
so it'll be 5 plus 3 plus 2
10?
equals 10.
Okay, so you have a saw.
I have carpenter's tools. That includes
I'd
a saw.
imagine there'd be a small axe in carpenter's too.
What? No. Carpenters need a saw. They
My
deal
imag-
with wood.
Okay.
You bring
Axe would be
whatever
faster.
your carpenter shit is down on this guy, and yeah, you cleave his leg off, but you it's messy. It's not what it was supposed to be. Blood is just going everywhere. Ah! It's holding onto it and just screaming.
I'll give him a good berry when it's over.
He kind of looks like the guy in Jaws while he's being eaten by the shark. He kind of looks like that.
Just a smaller version.
Just
And I'm the shark.
It takes those turns to do that, and there was shit falling on y'all, so it's coming
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Make it. I don't even know if you can make a dexterity saving throw with what's going on. So
It's just falling.
y'all are just gonna take some damage.
Just fail.
You're gonna take.
No.
There's a bunch of shit falling on you. You're gonna take 14 points of damage.
Nope, he's glad.
Raining down. Yeah, you're
Fuck out
sliding
there.
down the tower. You're almost to the bottom at this point.
Am I like riding on my shield?
Yeah.
I'm using my shovel behind me to kind of as a rudder,
Oh,
you know?
that's smart.
Yeah.
I guess give me one more athletics check just to make sure you get down there all right.
That is a 17.
Oh yeah, it's smooth sailing.
Ooh.
You've never done this before,
Shield
maybe,
surfing?
but you've done it now. Yeah,
Skiing?
you slide on down to the bottom and you're out of it. And you can see it's like slowly starting to collapse in. So is the place above it. All that shit fell on Bogey and Clay. You have him free,
Yeah.
screaming, very bloody.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
So could I give him a good berry to chew on?
Yeah, you can try and shove it in there.
And try to run away
Okay.
with, I'll carry him.
I'm going to say actually he's unconscious.
He
from
probably
that.
blacked
Yeah,
out.
he blacked out.
He gets a good berry and a good burial.
So I'm just gonna kind of like rub it in his teeth.
Okay.
Can we just team up and just
Haul ass.
with this guy,
Yeah.
little gnome?
Yeah, I think it'll-
Bogey, we gotta go.
especially if you're you can carry him with really no penalty between y'all.
I'm really comfortable with his goofy form too.
Sure.
Me too.
It feels like home.
Yeah.
So y'all get out. Give me an athletics check to get down the rest of this thing. You're basically going the same way Melpy did.
And if I say no,
Then you die.
what is this? A death saving throw? Ooh, nat 20.
You got a natural 20?
That's right.
Oh, good for you.
Sneezing.
Correctamundo.
Clay pops some flips in there. Just some 180s.
What was?
Oh, fuck yeah. dude.
Athletics?
1080.
1080s? There we go.
1080p.
Ooh.
Yeah.
10.
High
10.
definition stunts.
Okay, so y'all burst through that same hole Melpy just went through. It's like there's like an action shot, midair. There's a fear bog holding this gnome with one leg. There's blood everywhere.
Fearbog with one ear.
With one ear, and it's like you're surfing down this fucking building. It's like you find a piece of scrap metal, land on it. It's like Legolas going down the two towers.
Hell yeah.
You're just surfing with this gnome, and you come to like a perfect stop right next to Melpy.
Nice.
Bogey, you like turn back, you got a smile on your face maybe, like did it. You turn back and you see Bogey just tumbling down the side of this thing.
Bogey.
He'll be fine.
Bogey.
Shit going everywhere.
Bogey.
He'll bounce off his hard head.
Did you see my 6 stunts? I'll ask you when you get down here.
Bunk, 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 bunk.
Bunk, 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 bunk,
Ah, there you
bunk,
go,
bunk,
fella.
Bunk, 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 bunk. Yeah, that's tight, Bogey.
Bogey, you're going to take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as you're just
Man.
falling down this. And
But
this-
he's still raging, right?
I think someone has to attack you, but you have
Yeah,
taken
you
damage.
have to attack. He took damage.
Yeah, he has taken damage consistently. So maybe you are still raging.
Cool.
Either
so it was
way,
only 7 and 10.
You're taking a lot of damage. The place collapses into a big heap into the water. But you fall down. You roll your way down to them. Now you're laying on the ground at their feet. You're just kind of bloodied up a bit.
I'm fucked up.
You got all your shit you got from your room, like in your arms. Maybe you're like cradling it.
My documents,
Yeah, your documents.
my blanket.
Your blankie. You're
My
holding
bell.
it. Blood's coming from your head. Yeah, what do you want to do with this gnome? He's passed out.
Oh, I was gonna say, someone.
Actually, he's gonna do a death saving throw.
Melpy
Wait,
just kind of like looks at him and laughs. This little fella and rests his hand on him and looks at his shield and smiles. And the little fellow gets
Ooh, Max.
ooh,
Oh yeah.
he gets
$1 million.
Million?
12
Wow.
health points.
12? Okay.
12 points of health. That's right.
That's more health than he had, so he comes back and he's ripped. His shirt rips open.
He has
He's
3
like,
legs now.
Does he have an? Did his leg grow back?
No.
Wow.
He looks down and he goes,
I don't like how pumped I am.
he's just this buff little gnome, but now he has no leg. He looks concerned. People are running around. It's chaos right now. I'm going to go ahead and just, y'all got out. Fast forward you to your shop, Clay.
Did I tie a tourniquet around his leg though?
The cure wounds,
Healed it?
It's like solder.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's
He's
not bleeding.
he's got a stump now.
Are there a lot of like dead bodies from this catastrophe we just experienced?
Actually, yeah, this is kind of a chaotic scene. There's a few bodies, like one guy just in the junk pile. He's just looks dead. A few people, like maybe one floats by. People are running around. I mean, it's a little wild.
So
Melpy
I
looks
would,
at his shield and says, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you for this." And
I
starts
would-
to digging a lot of holes.
You're gonna try and bury some of these people.
Yeah, he moves off to the side and
Okay.
touches his shield and the earth parts.
Oh,
and he
cool.
starts dragging bodies into the holes.
Oh shit! My animals. I would go hauling off to my store because there's animals there.
Okay. So here, yeah, cool. So
Might all be dead.
you run off towards your store to check on it. You're making graves.
Everybody.
Burying people. Some gnomes and like dwarves are starting to help you too, because it's just like this
okay.
is crazy. We need to do
Melpy
something.
is like crying as he's just looking at all these small folk that he's burying.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a sad scene.
such
Bogey-
interesting critters. A
This'll-
shame.
That's a lot. I'm gonna follow Clay.
Okay. You run after Clay. Your shop's not that far.
Yeah.
As you're running there, you see a couple of things. Your boat is missing.
A jib. A slipper jib.
You get to your shop. It's clearly been broken into. Not by this wave, though. Vandalized. All your pets, gone. Your squatter, gone. And written in big letters across the back of your shop, it says, "To the depths of Medora for Slippery Jib."
Fudge.
And we'll see you next time on Fables on Tables.
Let's plug some drips.